G'day and welcome back. Today we're going to try and turn this into this. I thought I'd start by laying all the pieces out on the ground in the same way that they'd be fitted to the van. The first one we'll start with is the front side of the van. So this is the piece that actually connects to the van itself. It's got the normal sail track and Velcro. You can line up the Velcro, there's a little corner there which lines up with the corner on the actual piece itself. This piece here will connect up to here, and that will effectively be the front side of the van. On the top side of the van, so you notice that there should have been two pieces, a giant triangle or the largest triangle. They just zip on and then Velcro on. You can also see the eyelet there for the tent peg itself. This is the corner, so this would be the front corner of the van. Obviously where the tent pole goes to, those two pieces Velcro together. This is the top of the van, same as the previous one. You should have a little strip that zippers on and Velcros on. And this is where the sail track connects up to the awning itself. This is the rear corner of the annex itself, same as the previous ones. They all just Velcro on. And this one here, the smaller triangle piece zips on and Velcros on. And you'll see a sail track which goes into the actual track itself. This piece here Velcros onto the rear wall, same way as the previous ones have done. And finally moving on to the skirt, so this is on the base of the van. There's just little snap clips that get it on there. This is working towards the front of the van. You'll see there where the stair would be, there's two zippers there that can be opened up. So my first step is fixing the skirt. So they just have little clips on there, little push studs. You just push those in, move your way from, I find it easier to go from rear to front, and as you go through, they all just clip on there. It's fairly obvious how they go on. When you get to this area, this is where you want to unzip the two areas for the stairs. They just come out and you tap it underneath the step itself and then continue push studs right up to the front. My next step is to put the rear sail track Velcro strip in. So you see on the inside picture there, it's the shorter one of these two. It just slides straight in the sail track. From there you want to move to the front sail track Velcro strip. The picture in there shows you the sail track that you're aiming for, and it is the longer of the two pieces that we saw. There should be a picture of that coming up shortly. Can be a little bit difficult to get in there. Doesn't make too much difference going from top or bottom. They're both just about the same. Next step for me is to grab the rear wall. That's the first one that I put up. Doesn't matter too much, they both work the same way. You'll see in the picture there the sail track that you want to aim for, it's the outside one, but the inside one also works. You just push it in, help it through, and then move towards the back of the van, and then Velcro those two pieces together to the strip that you put on first. You want to then repeat that same process for the front, so you grab the front wall, and in the track itself, we push it in through the anti-flap kit in the sail track there. This one for me is usually a little bit more difficult with one person, but it's achievable. We just got to be patient with it. You don't have to do this step. I just use the Velcro tabs on there to Velcro the walls to the awning legs just to make it a little bit more manageable. The next piece that I put on is that extra triangle piece, which will become a part of the roof and the front wall. I generally start this one from the bottom because it's just easier to align the Velcro. You line up the base strip, a little plastic piece, and then Velcro it all the way up to the top on where it'll stop. Once that's been Velcroed on, I go around to the front of the van, and then you want to Velcro the main front wall to the triangle piece that you just connected up. This one can be a little bit fiddly just because of the angles that it's got. I work from top to bottom, and it usually works pretty well for me. Same as before, head to the inside of the van and just finish off Velcroing down to the base. Once both the side walls are done, then you can move to the front wall. The process is exactly the same. The sail track that you're aiming for is the one that's actually on the awning. This one's usually no problems at all to do with one person. You just slide it in, just make sure the base of it's not catching on the sail track at the start. Next step is to Velcro the corners together, so that's Velcroing the front wall to the side wall, both front and rear. If you have Velcroed both corners at that point, you will need to open up the door. So there's a 5-screen mesh door and an outside door. Just unzip those. The next step is to put the front poles up. What you're looking for is 2 of the 3 poles, 1 of the 4 poles, and a number 1 pole. The number 4 pole is the roof pole, one of them. The number 1 pole is the one that connects to the corner and to the corner of the awning. And the number 3 poles are the vertical poles. There's no neat way to do this. I generally start from the front of the van and do those poles first. This time I started from the outside poles. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. You just got to fiddle around with it. The top of those poles going through the eyelets in the material as well. I didn't put them up today, but you can put the extra poles in the rear of the annex as well. So they're the number 2 poles, 2 of those. They just go in the corners, pretty self-explanatory. And this is what the finished product looks like. So this is the skirt all finished, all press studded all the way through. Then we'll move into the rear side corner. You'll notice that there's a couple of gaps, so I just pretty much threw it up there. I didn't make any final adjustments and checking Velcro or anything like that, but that's something I do right at the end. Same as the front rear side, you'll see a couple of gaps at the top. They can be fixed with the Velcro adjustments as you do that towards the end. Front corner, you can secure those poles. I haven't on this one, but I would if I was leaving it up there. And front van side corner. Generally speaking, it goes up pretty easy, definitely comes down pretty easy. If you take your time with it, you should be fine, and hopefully it'll look something like that when you're done. Have a good one.